You, a daring, dashing adventurer, find a gilded lamp resting in a slayed dragon's hoard of treasure. The sound of a magical wind can be heard within. Upon closer inspection, the contents of the lamp are something much more chaotic than you could have wished for. Today, we're talking about genies. Hello, and welcome to Monster Talks, the show that delivers must-know info on classic creatures from Dungeons & Dragons. Genies, or djinni, are spirit-like creatures that come from various Arabian mythologies and stories. They were said to be made of smokeless fire, to be neither good nor evil, and to have free will. Perhaps the most famous appearances of genies can be found in the book Tales of 1001 Nights, including the very popular story of Alain and the Wonderful Lamp, which most likely inspired the first appearance of genies in original D&D's White Box back in 1975. In 5th edition D&D, genies are a series of 4 powerful elemental beings, one for each of the planes of earth, fire, water, and air. They rarely leave their plane of origin, so on the material plane, they've become the things of myths and legends. All genies are classified as large elementals, with a challenge rating of 11. They each have abilities that correspond to their respective element, and traditional alignments that suit their element and temperament. They can all fly by transforming their legs into their native element. Also, all of them are capable of summoning elementals of their respective element to do their bidding. When a genie dies, it is said to leave only behind its clothing, belongings, and remnants of its natural element. Exceptionally powerful genies are capable of casting greater spells, including the wish spell, for which genies are best known. They can cast wish up to 3 times on a creature in that creature's lifetime, so long as it isn't on themselves or another genie. This makes them highly sought after by wizards and other ambitious mortals who are seeking power and immortality. So, without further ado, let's look at the 4 types of genies. First up is the Dao, from the elemental plane of Earth. In the monster manual, Dao are neutral evil creatures, known for their command over Earth, as well as their malevolence and their greed. When it comes to powers and abilities, Dao are solid as a rock. They are immune to being petrified, and they can glide through earth and stone if it's non-magical. They are incredibly strong and hardy, and have advantage against being knocked prone. They use their power to hoard riches and adorn themselves with gems and jewels. They're even known to season their food with precious gem dust, just because they can. They surround themselves with servants, willing or otherwise, and they care very little about the welfare of anyone but themselves. If you're dealing with a Dao, they're likely to offer their power in exchange for more riches to add to their pile. You can see a Dao in action in Ready to Roll, right here on Questline. Next is the Efreeti, from the elemental plane of fire. These hot-tempered, traditionally lawful evil creatures can control flame and are immune to fire damage. They are known for their cruelty and their propensity for conquering and taking slaves from other planes of existence. They also really know how to hold a grudge and often quest for vengeance. On the rare chance you find an efreeti on the material plane, they're likely to be in burning deserts or fiery volcanic regions. Turns out, even if you're made of fire, there's still no place like home. Married are the genies of the elemental plane of water. be they calm as a morning lake or stormy as a tempest at sea. The chaotic neutral married might change their mood at the drop of a hat. Marrieds are egotists who consider themselves superior to other life forms, especially other forms of genies. It's debatable, of course, but they certainly have the wondrous presence and magical power to back up their claim. Married have complete control over all things water. They can walk on it, breathe in it, transform into it, and shape it as they see fit. On the married's rare appearance in the material plane, they're likely to stay in the deep seas, if they haven't been trapped in a conch shell by an evil wizard, of course. Lastly is the Djinni, the chaotic good genies of the elemental plane of air. Djinn are masters of the element of air. They can transform into a gaseous form and create devastating thunder waves and deadly whirlwinds. Djinn are proud beings who love showing themselves off from palaces built in the sky. Though they enjoy a variety of creature comforts and servants to wait on them, they're also the most easily persuaded to fall into the brief service of other beings. They see service as an act of fate that may befall any being, even themselves. Just be careful not to betray a genie who has given you their trust, as such an offense is punishable by death as swift as the wind. That's all for this edition of Monster Talks. If you enjoyed our show, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you wish to hear anything else about genies, pop into the comments and let us know. Join us next time to talk more about monsters.